All right, deep divers. You know the drill. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and leave us a comment. Because today we are diving deep into the world of Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah.
This one was a popular request. We saw a lot of you guys asking for this one. And
It's a fascinating one for
yeah,
sure.
so Jake Paul endorses Trump pretty recently, and we're going to be looking at an article about it from New York Times.
Yeah, Jake Paul endorses Trump, citing fibs of division.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's the title of the article. And Jake Paul, he's a,
Sort of
yeah, he's a,
a walking contradiction in
and
some ways.
yeah, he's a YouTuber turned boxer and kind of known for just really out there behavior.
Yeah, a lot of controversy follows this guy around.
So the fact that he's afraid of division is kind of funny, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because he built his career on controversy, and, this endorsement of Trump is going to further that, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. It's like, is he really concerned about division, or is this just another way to get attention?
That's the question, right? I mean, it's like you said, his
Yeah.
entire career has been built on this idea of being provocative, pushing boundaries, and kind of, thriving in that space of controversy.
Yeah, and the article actually goes into some of his past controversies.
Oh, yeah, there's a laundry list.
Yeah, so sexual assault allegations,
Right.
discouraging education while running these scam influencer courses.
Preying on young people's desire for quick wealth.
Yeah, racial slurs,
Big weddings.
pandemic parties, the list goes on.
Yeah, it's amazing how he continues to find himself in these situations.
And the thing is, he never really seems to face any serious consequences.
Right, it's like the Teflon Don of the internet or something. Nothing seems to stick to him.
Right, he even got a Netflix deal after all of that.
I know, it's kind of wild, right? You think all of this controversy would catch up with him, but it almost seems like it fuels him.
Yeah, and then in this article, there's this part where he talks about putting it all on the line to endorse Trump and how he doesn't care about the consequences.
Right, which is so interesting because it seems to contradict this idea of fearing division.
Exactly, which is it, dude, are you afraid of the backlash, or are you a fearless truth teller?
Right, it's like he wants to have it both ways. He wants to present himself as this brave iconoclast who's speaking truth to power.
But then he's also worried about the division it might cause.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if it's a calculated strategy.
Oh, totally.
Is this just a way to appeal to a certain audience?
Right, people who maybe already support Trump or are drawn to this kind of rebellious figure.
Exactly, and by framing it as a risky move that he's willing to take for his beliefs, it kind of elevates him in their eyes.
Right, it's he's a martyr for the cause.
Yeah, and then there's that quote about being protected by God.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to get to that.
Which is really interesting because it adds another layer to all of this.
Right, it's
is this a genuine expression of faith?
Right, or is it
a way to kind of shield himself from criticism?
Yeah, don't come at me, I'm on God's side kind of thing.
Exactly, and it's a tactic that's often used in politics, right? To kind of lend a sense of moral authority to your position.
Oh, totally. You can't argue with me because I'm doing God's work.
Right, and it kind of puts his critics in this awkward position of are they going to attack his faith?
Right.
And it just adds another layer of complexity to this whole thing.
So, deep divers, it's time to weigh in.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is Jake Paul really concerned about division, or is this just another publicity stunt?
Yeah. And what does it say about us as a culture that this kind of behavior is so often rewarded with attention?
It's a question worth pondering, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that wraps up our deep dive on Jake Paul's Trump endorsement. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the topics you care about.
And let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Until next time, stay curious.
Stay curious.